Nearly died then. Fuck. Nearly giving up your existence for 720 horsepower in the rear wheels is precisely what life is all about. And that is why I don't understand people that have this frame of mind where they want to invest all their money for the long term, or they want to save it all, or they want to be conservative. Why? What's the point? There is no utility for money when you're 50, 60, 70 years old if you haven't enjoyed it through the years that you get more out of it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea to keep money away for a rainy day. I'm also not saying that you don't want money when you're older. Of course you do, but the reality is you probably want it more right now. Some people always say to me, like, why do you have so many cars? Could you not spend the money better? Probably, but what the fuck is the point in that? What is the point? I back myself to always have ample opportunity to make money and to deliver on that when I get the chance. I know I'll make it happen. And if you have that frame of mind, why do you need the rainy day fund? You don't. Why do you need to invest for the long term? You don't. Why do you need to save money? You don't. I am genuinely okay dying with £50 to my name, because that means that I've spent most of my money. And to be honest, I think that's the key to happiness. Spending money facilitates happiness. Wasting it doesn't. And my life is testimony to how I feel about that. How many times have you seen me sniffing coke, getting drunk, going on party holidays? Never. You haven't seen it because I've never done it. It's not something that stimulates me. I don't buy into the idea of wasting money on a degenerate life, but spending money, living life to the fullest, it lives with you forever. And on my deathbed, I want to be the guy who can say, yeah, thank fuck I had that car. Thank fuck I did that with my parents while they were still here. Thank fuck I did that for my brother and sister when they were growing up. Thank fuck I did that for the girlfriend that I had for however long, or my wife that I now have. You know, they're the things that last with you a lifetime. The conservative reply to that would be, well, don't you want to pass on your wealth to your family? Don't you want to give it to your son for him to take over? Not particularly, no, because the people that grew up with money that I know aren't successful today, or are successful on the grounds of being repeatedly saved by daddy and living a life of degeneracy and learning no life skills, or any wealth and accreditation they do have is stripped away because it was given to them on a silver spoon. I didn't really have anything growing up. My parents were amazing, right, in every regard, and I'm infinitely grateful for the parents that I had and the way they brought me up, but they never gave me any money or an easy start. And what that means is that everything I now have, I can be eternally grateful for because it's mine and I worked hard to deserve it, and that makes me feel a special type of way. I honestly believe that if I give my kid what he wants and he has the financial freedom and he has the security of dad to buy him out of bad decisions, then he's not going to be a top drawer man. Whereas if I teach him all of the life lessons and skills that I've had in my time, and he's been able to see what I've achieved but experience none of it because he has to go out there and do it himself, he'll be a better man. And my job as a dad is to raise a good man, not to raise a fortunate child. There's a big difference there for me, and I think that the latter is how life should be led. I think the first is a privilege that actually holds you back. So the answer to the question of don't you want to save your money and invest it smarter? No. And a bit of food for thought to take away. Imagine a life where you had 5 supercars, 4 rare watches. You've traveled to 100 countries. You've met with lots of other millionaires and billionaires in car clubs and yacht clubs and watch clubs and whatever else you decide to do from a networking perspective. And now imagine that all of that wealth has put you in a position of personal security risk. You've had to learn how to navigate traveling abroad with nice things and not become a victim. You've had to learn how to read people's intentions and understand who is purely interested in you and who is there for material gain. All of these experiences and life lessons that you learn make you a better person. And the best part about that is that you then can use all of that to make more money. When you have nice things, you meet other people with nice things. When people with nice things come together, they start new things and they make more money together. And everything about high-level networking is seeking new opportunities together, leveraging networks, leveraging skill sets that you have between you to go on and seek new opportunities and make new money together. That is what it is all about. And so if you have these nice things, you likely move in better circles, you likely gain access to new information, new contacts. There's likely people with things that you would never have had the chance to experience or benefit from. So actually spending money often makes money. And the deeper that we get into this conversation, the more I'm hoping that you realize spending money is essentially the best way to invest money. The key thing is understanding the difference between spending and wasting. The easiest way to work that out is to genuinely ask yourself, what is my return on investment here? If you can justify it, then it's spending and it's technically investing and it's worth your time, then you should continue. And if it's not, then it's a waste of money, and that's completely different, and I don't advocate for that. Take home, spend money, live life as close to your means as you possibly can, and use the fact that you're on a fine line as a means to get the fuck up out of bed and go again, make it happen, and do more.